15 signs your cat loves you. How do you actually know your cat loves you and isn't just tolerating you for the can opener? Most people assume cats are simply cold and aloof, that dogs show love and cats just exist near you. But here's the thing. Cats show affection constantly. You've just never been taught how to read it. Today we're breaking down 17 science-backed signs your cat genuinely loves you. And stick around, because the second to last sign comes straight from real behavioral research, the moment scientists actually tested whether cats prefer their favorite person over food, and the results might surprise you. Let's start with one almost every cat owner has felt, and usually misunderstood. Sign 1. Love bites. Most people assume any bite from a cat is a warning. Back off, don't push it. But there's a real difference between an aggressive bite and a love bite, and it comes down to pressure. A gentle nibble that barely tickles isn't a threat. It's closer to a kitten testing affection on a littermate. If your cat nibbles your toes or your arm without real force behind it, that's an invitation to play, not a warning shot. That soft little nibble means you've made the short list of humans she trusts enough to play rough with. Sign 2. She meows at you. It's easy to assume meowing is just a cat noise, used however a cat feels like using it. But here's the reframe. Adult cats almost never meow at each other. That vocalization is mostly reserved for kittens calling to their mother. Once cats mature, that behavior usually fades out between cats entirely, except with humans. Since cats began living alongside us, they seem to have kept meowing specifically as a tool built to talking to a species that just won't stop talking back. So every meow directed at you isn't background noise. It's your cat speaking the one language she thinks you'll actually understand. Sign 3. Rolling. A cat suddenly dropping to the floor and rolling around can look almost comedic, like a small dramatic tantrum. But the truth is, when your cat walks or runs up to you and throws themselves down to roll, that's a greeting, not a meltdown. It's excitement, specifically about you showing up. This becomes even more meaningful when they roll onto their back and expose their belly mid-roll, a position that leaves them completely open and unguarded. That dramatic little floor flop is one of the purest "I'm thrilled you're here" signals your cat has. Sign 4. She grooms you. A quick lick on your hand or ear might seem like an odd little habit, nothing more. But grooming between cats is reserved for close bonds. It builds trust and creates a shared group scent among cats who consider each other family. Cats rarely extend this behavior to other species at all. So when your cat grooms you, she's not just being affectionate in a general sense. She's specifically classifying you as part of her closest social circle, the same circle she'd groom another cat she deeply trusted. That small, damp lick carries real social weight in her world. If you're the kind of person who wants to actually understand what your cat is telling you, hit like and subscribe. It's how this channel keeps reaching people who want a real relationship with their cat. Sign 5. Scratching. Most people see scratching as pure destruction, nothing more. But scratching leaves both a scent mark and a visual mark of ownership. Pay attention to where your cat scratches most. The objects and areas cats mark most consistently are often the ones closely associated with their favorite person. If your cat's favorite scratching spot happens to be near your chair, your side of the bed, or your favorite blanket, that's no coincidence. She's claiming that space specifically because it smells like you, and she wants it to smell like both of you. Sign 6. Hunting and gifting. A dead bug or a mangled toy mouse left at your feet can feel more disturbing than sweet. But cats are still, underneath the domestication, small, dedicated hunters, and sharing a catch with someone is a significant act in their world. Cats that present you with prey, real or a stand-in toy, are sharing their bounty specifically with someone they value. They wouldn't bring you these strange little gifts if they didn't consider you worth feeding. Try to see it the way she does, not a mess on the floor, but an offering. Sign 7. It shows in the tail. If you're still wondering whether your cat loves you, look down at her tail. Animal behaviorists point out that a curved tip held at a friendly angle is an invocation, an open door to interact. But the deeper display is when your cat wraps her tail around your hand, ankle, or arm. That rap is deliberate contact, chosen over simply walking past you. It's the feline equivalent of reaching out and holding on, if only for a moment. Sign 8. The slow blink. A long, slow blink might look like drowsiness at first glance, but cats are remarkably expressive through their eyes, and a slow, drawn-out blink in the middle of eye contact is a deliberate signal. Your cat choosing to let her guard down in front of you. Every slow blink is a small, repeated act of trust offered specifically to you. Sleeping near you. It's tempting to think a sleeping cat simply doesn't notice or care where they end up, but cats are almost always on high alert, hardwired for vigilance even in a safe home. Falling into a deep, droopy-eyed sleep near you means your cat has consciously switched that alertness off because she's decided you'll watch over her instead. It might look like indifference. It's actually the opposite. Proof that you are her safe place. Never underestimate what it means when your cat chooses your lap to fall asleep in. Eye contact. Most people assume eye contact from an animal is either neutral or a challenge, but cats generally interpret direct eye contact from another cat or a stranger as threatening. If your cat is comfortable holding your gaze, especially paired with a slow blink, that's no neutral. That's your cat actively choosing not to treat you like a threat, moment after moment, day after day. Being looked at calmly by a cat is rarer and more meaningful than it seems. Sign 11. You're being followed. A cat trailing you room to room can look simply like curiosity or maybe hope for food. But when it's not close to mealtime and your cat isn't angling for anything specific, that trailing usually comes down to one simple thing. She enjoys being near you. Quick favor. If this video is helping you see your cat differently, subscribing genuinely helps this channel keep making more of them. If your cat follows you around without an agenda, that's not neediness. That's your presence being enough all on its own to make her want to stay close. Sign 12. Wanting to be in your lap. When a cat curls up in your lap, it's easy to just enjoy it without thinking too hard about what it means. But that closeness is a choice. Cats who climb into a lap are choosing proximity and vulnerability at the same time, settling into a position where they can't easily flee. Not every cat is a lap cat, and that's worth remembering too. Some show love by simply staying in the same room instead. But if yours does climb up, that's her telling you physically that your presence feels like safety. Sign 13. Headbutting you. A firm little headbutt against your hand or leg might look like your cat just wants a scratch. But when a cat headbutts or rubs against you, she's depositing pheromones from her face, marking you the same way she'd mark her own territory. If she makes a habit of headbutting you specifically, she's broadcasting something to every other cat in the house or neighborhood that you belong to her. It's not a passing gesture, it's a claim, quietly renewed every time she does it. Sign 14. Tail twitching when she sees you. A twitching tail can sound like a warning sign, and sometimes it is, but context matters here. A tail held high with just the tip twitching gently, not whipping back and forth, usually signals happiness, not agitation. Cats tend to hold their tails this way specifically around the people they're most fond of. If your cat approaches you with her tail up and that gentle little twitch at the tip, she's telling you plainly that she's glad you're here. Cats are, by nature, happiest closest to their favorite people, and her tail is often the easiest way to see it. Sign 15. Purring. Purring is probably the most recognized sign of a happy cat. Soft, rhythmic, almost like a small engine running. That humming sound is one of the earliest sensations a cat ever experienced, going back to their first days with their mother. When your cat purrs around you, especially while kneading or curling into your lap, that history is folded into the sound. Some cats do purr when nervous too, but paired with those other relaxed, affectionate behaviors, purring around you usually is exactly what it sounds like, contentment, directed at you specifically. Sign 16. Choosing you over food, the hook payoff. And now, the one backed by real research, the one I promised at the beginning. Most cat owners assume that, given the choice, their cat would always pick food first. It seems obvious. Cats love treats. But researchers who ran preference tests found something surprising.
When cats were offered choice between food, toys, interesting scents, and time with their favorite person, a significant number of cats consistently chose human companionship over all of it. That's not something you'd expect from an animal stereotyped as purely food-motivated. It suggests that for many cats, connection with a trusted person outweighs even one of their strongest natural drives. If your cat pays more attention to you than what's in the food bowl, that's not a small thing. That's her telling you in the most literal way an animal can that you matter more than the meal. Sign 17.
It's easy to think cats are too independent to care about small daily rituals, that they simply exist alongside your schedule without noticing it. But domestic cats do want to bond with their people, even if their social skills look different from a dog's. Bonding with a cat takes mutual effort through petting, play, feeding, and repeated small rituals she can learn to expect. A goodbye when you leave, a greeting when you return. Cats notice these patterns, and over time they come to associate them with you specifically, not just with the household in general. You don't need hours of hands-on time every day, you just need consistency, because that consistency is how trust gets built, one small routine at a time. None of these 17 signs are loud, none of them look like a movie moment. They're quiet, a twitch of a tail, a slow blink, a small bite that doesn't hurt, a cat choosing you over the food bowl without even seeming to think about it. But together, they tell a consistent story. Your cat isn't simply tolerating you. She's built an entire quiet language just to tell you, in her own way, that she's chosen you. You just had to learn how to listen.